Hi guys, it's Holly. Hello SCAD and hello to my friends and followers. I am here live tonight in Hollywood Studios. This is my personal studio space and I'm so excited to share this time with you. So tonight we're going to do a collage and I gave you a list of the materials you're going to need. As well as Instagram. So my Instagram handle is at Hollywood Studios, and that's Hollywood spelled W-O-U-L-D. Many of you're at home and you have limited resources like me. So I'm working with what I have. I can't just go out to the store. The art supply stores are closed. So you use what you have, and I did a little experiment to prepare to, if you don't have canvas, I have old canvases I can use, and I have some blank ones, but I was trying to take this project on as if I have nothing except for what's in my house. So I think most of us have cardboard, right? We have boxes, things we've ordered, so we have all these cardboard. I have a piece of white cardboard here that I'm going to be doing my collage on. Something we also have lying around are magazines, I think. Most of you have literature or magazines or pamphlets or things you can throw away. And I've already torn out some pages for tonight and I have them set aside. Another really cool thing you can use is old wrapping paper. That's something that, I don't know. I know I'm not the only one, but I do collect and hang on to wrapping paper. Another thing you can use are old book pages, and that's fun. I meant to say also, I'm going to encourage you to put your questions in the comments, and I'm going to try to answer them as I can see them, but I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm going to focus on the work so I can, communicate that to you. But if you have questions, you can always message me later directly through my Instagram, and I'll try to get to everybody. Okay, what else? You're going to need glue. That's the main thing. I'm just going to use regular school glue tonight. It's regular Elmer's glue. It's liquid. It dries clear. It's not what I would normally use. If I were doing a fine art piece, I would use something called Liquitex Matte Medium. It also comes in gloss. So that's something you can think about once you're able to get better supplies. But this is archival. It's it protects your work, and it's a lot smoother than regular glue or Mod Podge. Glue and Mod Podge is very sticky. We're going to thin ours down with water tonight to make it a little easier to spread. Also, you might want to have a pair of scissors handy. Glue stick is good. You can use glue stick. I have glitter. And what else? A flat brush is good. If you don't have a flat brush, don't worry about it. You can use your fingers, smear the glue on, and rub the paper down. I also mentioned maybe to have an old credit card or gift card handy. Something like this you can use to kind of scrape and smooth your paper down once you get it, so you can get all the air bubbles out. What else? A little cup for mixing your glue in, and some water, and paper towel. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to flip it bird's eye so you can see what I'm doing. So give me a second. So I'm going to start with just regular magazine sheets. And I've already pre-torn some, but I'm just going to randomly go through one and just take out stuff because I'm not really going for composition here. I'm just showing you technique right now. Thinner paper is better because then you can layer on top of it. If you try to use thick cardstock as your bottom layer, you're going to struggle a little bit because it's harder to glue down and it tends to buckle. Another thing I should note is cardboard is going to buckle a little bit. It's not going to like all this moisture. It's going to want to curve. But the way to resolve that is after it's dry, like tomorrow, flip it over and wet the back of it with your glue mixture again. So maybe that'll help straighten things out. All righty. So glue mixture. You got a cup. take your glue. We're doing collage tonight, guys. It's gonna be so much fun. Pour your glue in your cup. Okay. And I'm gonna add just maybe equal parts water to it, maybe a little bit less. And take a brush. So I've got my mixture, and it should be the consistency of kind of like milk, or, you know, it's a cloudy white now. And if you want, you can go ahead and cover your surface, my cardboard sheet. I'm just gonna cover an area and get it nice and saturated. When I'm working in my workshops, I like to tell my participants it's like making lasagna. If you're making lasagna, you want to put down your sauce first, and then you take your noodle and put it down, and then you want to add more sauce on top so it's not dry, right? And the brush also helps flatten the paper down nice and smooth. You can keep adding more and more. Like I said, work in small pieces so you're not struggling with getting everything nice and flat. Use your card, and you can pour a little bit. Let me try this because I've never actually done this, so let me see how this goes. So I'm going to spread out my glue mixture with my card, and I'm going to put down my paper on top of it and put more glue on top of that. On hand here, maybe some sequins. Oops, I dropped them all over her face, but that's okay. So what I do, if you saw earlier in the video, I do a lot of embellishing. I love to embellish. I use, in my fine art pieces, I use Swarovski and crystal beads. And I also like to mix in like kind of less expensive crafty things, like kid sequins, craft sequins. It's kind of fun to mix the fancy with the not so fancy. It's kind of how my work is. But it's already starting to land in the right places. So what I do for embellishing is I use a glue bottle with a nice tip on it. You can also use your Elmer's glue bottle. I'm going to use that since that's what most of us have on hand. And the tip is going to work as your tool to get the pieces where you want them to be. And if you just hang on for a second, I'm going to go grab my embellishment stick. I use a kebab stick for precision, to pick up the little pieces and place them down because my hands are kind of clumsy. So what I do, say I'm going to do up her eyes. So, and I love masks, so I'm gonna make her a real fun mask out of sequins. So I'm gonna take the glue and just make the smallest dots that I can. I just put dots down everywhere that I want a piece of sequin. Okay, now I really do it up normally, but I'm just going to do a few tonight, just out of interest of time. And I pick up my sequin or my rhinestone with the tip of the stick and place it down. If you don't have kebab sticks, that's okay. You can actually use a toothpick. Other thing, if you have glitter, and your piece is still pretty wet. In fact, I'm gonna wet it a little bit more. And normally what I would do is I would embellish more her hair piece and her crown that I made, and the, you know, just, you can keep going and going with the embellishments. But I'm gonna wrap this one up for you guys. I'm gonna cover the whole thing again with the glue. Glue also acts as a seal, so it helps protect your picture. And I'm gonna take just a little bit of glitter and put it in my hand. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it on the piece. Like that. Woo, all right. And that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty for a piece of cardboard, I'll tell you that. And I think that does it. I mean, I would definitely keep going on this, and I'm sure you guys have enough inspiration now that you can make something for yourself. And hi. So yeah, let me see what you come up with. And also, just so you know, I sell collage kits on my website. So if you go to my Instagram, you go to the profile page, there's a link to my shop, and I have collage kits there. They look like this. They're 8 by 10. You choose from the options which muse you want. And I have so many to choose from. If you don't see who you're looking for, I have the option to pick your own. And you just send a message to me in the cart who you want on your collage kit. I put the image down for you. All you have to do is collage around it. I also spray paint it very lightly so it has some fun color to it. And then each one I hand select goodies to put into your collage, just stuff that I typically use, like spikes and flowers and bows, but it's always specific to the person that you pick. So I'm not going to put bows in with this guy. I'm going to put in his artwork and just things that I think are appropriate to the subject. So these are fun. All right, I'm going to sign off. Everybody stay safe and be good, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.